Welcome back to Datafied. I'm reporting from someplace a little higher. Sorry for the wind, but you guys gotta see this. Actually, you can probably see some of it behind me. Welcome to Mount Washington. Our family embarked on an epic road trip to the Northeast to visit family, friends, and see some sights. You'll be seeing more of these adventures here on Datafied, so make sure you've subscribed and clicked on the bell to turn on notifications so you don't miss out, because we did a lot. But among the things that we did up here that were train related, which I'm guessing is what the majority of you follow our channel for, this trip to the top is a special one that I wanted to share with you. Mount Washington is the highest peak in the Northeastern United States, located in pretty much the middle of New Hampshire. And though it's not nearly as lofty as the Rockies to the west, there's still some pretty epic stuff up here. First off, the highest recorded wind speed, not associated with things like a tornado or a cyclone, was taken at the top of the weather station up here at its peak. 231 miles per hour wind speed. That's only because the instrumentation broke after that. As you might imagine then, weather up here can be pretty unpredictable, as it's home to the convergence of 3 major air masses that move through the area. There's also an auto road that climbs the eastern side of the mountain that hosts an epic hill climb called Climb to the Clouds. I actually made that drive myself with my 2016 Subaru WRX STI back in 2018. But on the western side of the mountain, there's this. The Cog Railway. Completed in 1869, this is a pretty epic 3-rail train ride. And we love our Lionel Trains at home. Although the middle rail is a little different. The Cog Railway utilizes a gear set in the middle of the locomotive that locks into a ladder-like center rail to prevent the train from slipping down the grades, some of which are as steep as 37%. Though the railroad famously used these 100-year-old steam engines to tackle the grade, they now primarily utilize diesel propulsion, which is how we made the trip this time around. In fact, diesel was only recently introduced to the mountain because the last time I was here, they only had steam. In the mid-1990s, my dad took our family here to climb the mountain, and I was amazed by the whole trip start to finish. His dad took him up here when he was a kid too. So when our family vacation this year took us to the same area, I knew I had to plan a trip for us to ride the Cog. My dad even joined us, which meant that when we reached the summit, 3 generations of us were together at the top. It was an amazing experience to share that with my dad and with my son. And even my wife managed to tag along to make the journey up with us. It was windy at the top, but mostly sunny with some clouds literally breaking below us. And although I was initially a little bummed that the steam engines weren't operating the day we went up, I was very impressed with the diesels that were working that day. Thanks to some sidings and switches that have recently been installed, the one-way trip actually allows us to pass by other engines, making the trip up, which helps them operate even more trips to the top for visitors to enjoy. For those that know me, getting me to shut up is the trick, but I'm actually going to stop and just let the videos and images do the talking for me as we make our way up to the top, because it's incredible, and I'm just going to get in the way, so enjoy.
Oh my gosh. It's about 2/3 way up the mountain. People look either stop early.
How fast these trains go?
5 miles an hour. That's how old I am.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's a slow climb.
That's the A
That's the A train?
train.
Yeah. Do we take the A train?
No.
We take the
B train.
B. Is there gonna be a bunch of bees on it? Oh no! Not bees! So how was that, buddy?
Great.
You want to do it again sometime?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you've been up it, I've been up it. Has Grampy been up it before? He's here. You think we're gonna go faster down because we have a cool blue train behind us?
Yeah.
What do you think the blue train looks like?
The blue car.
Oh yeah? I drove up here in something kind of that color. But yeah, we'll see you at the bottom.
Yeah. Can I see it first?
It's not exactly a cheap ticket to purchase, but considering everything that goes into operating this railroad, keeping things running right, maintaining the track, and the sheer awesomeness of the trip, I quickly forgot about the hole in my wallet when my son told me it was his favorite part of our trip. So it's no surprise that when we took some of the railroad home with us in the form of a wooden train, it was the first thing my son wanted to do. When we got back to our house in Nebraska, my son had already managed to build a cog railway for this little engine to traverse, and without looking at maps or photos, he did a pretty good job remembering the landmarks and making stops along the way to complete his own at home. It kind of reminds me, I did something similar with G-scale trains when I was a kid at our house, but those trains kind of slid down all the grades that I had because, again, no cog on those. I am so glad we managed to work this into our family vacation to New Hampshire, and happy to share our experiences and footage here with you. If you've got more questions about the cog, or if you've been before, let us know down in the comments below. We love hearing from you guys, so thank you again for all of your support. We've got more in the works. There's never a shortage of things we want to share with you here on Datafied, so stay tuned and we'll see you on the next one.